the guys who discovered D.B. Cooper and his secret Sasquatch family.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Tyler.
And this is the Edible Attitude Podcast.
Happy Halloween, buddy.
Happy Halloween. Hallows Eve. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Did you get all spooky tonight?
Yeah, I dressed up as Deadpool and I handed out candy.
Did you?
Yep.
Nice.
Made sure there wasn't any razor blades or worms in it.
Good. Good.
So, no Reese's cups, so thank God.
Good. No drugs for the kids either, I hope.
No drugs for the kids, no.
Good. All right. That's good. Cool. I took the kids out.
They have fun?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I set a bowl. We usually set a bowl of candy out on the porch, right? And this year, come back, and I'm like, where the hell's the bowl? Somebody put it under our car.
Just fucking
yeah, dude.
No one can have this candy.
I don't know what the heck happened. They must have been mad there's no more candy left or something.
Oh, it's empty.
Yeah, when we got back, it usually is by the time we get home.
Oh, okay.
We put it out when we leave. We come back, we take it in.
Perfect.
Yeah. This year, somebody wasn't happy.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I hate this game.
Right.
How long did you guys stay up? An hour?
Hour and a half. Yeah. Hour and a half, probably. 4:30 to 5:36-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
What would they dress up as?
A ninja. Oh, what kind? It was a special kind of ninja, though. I don't remember. A scorpion ninja or something.
Oh.
Super ninja. I don't know. A cool ninja.
Okay.
And, what was the other one? It was, Shadow Demon?
A shadow demon?
Yeah. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Don't know what that is.
A demon from the shadows.
A shadow demon, yeah.
Shadow demon.
He got a lot of compliments on it.
Good.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, that's awesome. I like it.
Sweet.
Cool. I was like, yeah. It was really simple. It was just like a black latex skin suit and like some red glowing eyes underneath.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a hit.
Clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the groups of kids, I opened the door and they're like, "Hey, Deadpool, what's up?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Hey, man." They're like, "Hey, I play your video game." I was like, "Great, that's my favorite one because I'm in it." And they're just laughing, having a good time. The one kid's like, "Hey, give me Nux, Deadpool." He's like, "Can you jump really high?" And I was like, "No, I cannot."
Did you give him the finger guns too?
I did.
Yeah, good.
I turned around and put the, bowl of candy down and I went, "Hey."
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. There was these little kids that they knocked once, waited 5 seconds, and then the rest of them were just like on the door. Just went crazy.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, holy crap, we better calm down. Scared the cat.
I bet.
He's like, what's happening?
He was like, this is war.
Yeah.
War.
He's getting ready.
Good morning, Vietnam.
He was preparing for the worst.
Yeah, I bet. There was a lot of teenagers out this year in our neighborhood.
Nah, I didn't see any.
Really? There's a ton out. It's fine. It's good. Good. They're doing good things and not bad things.
Right.
I'm down with it, but yeah, there's a lot. I'm surprised.
Good.
Yeah. They were long, big groups though.
Oh.
The boys had to stand behind.
Huh.
Yeah, 10 to 15 of them, multiple groups.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad people are, getting out and doing it.
Right. Yeah, that was a good time.
I know I trick-or-treated till, I was a teenager, and then I stopped because it wasn't cool anymore.
Right. I don't remember when I stopped. I really don't. I don't remember my last costume I wore.
Mine was today.
Right. I'm saying as a child, right?
Oh.
I wore one last year to your party you had.
Yeah.
That was a good time. Yeah, I don't remember as a child, though. Maybe like a gangster.
Could
like
have
a
been.
rapper gangster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a really tall Eminem.
Sure, but I was a kid. A portly little kid.
Oh, that's fair. A round Eminem.
Yeah, I had
Literally.
a chain and a hat sideways and my older brother's pants or something, so they were really big and baggy.
Dressed up as like a gangbang.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I was 9 or 10, and then I don't think I dressed up anymore.
that was
my
it.
Dad's like, this idea just wasn't good.
He didn't like
Your
it.
ideas are done, son.
No more.
Right.
I'm cutting you off. So this week, we're going to come full circle with all 30 episodes that we've done so far.
Ooh. Ooh.
Remember the first episode we did on DB Cooper?
Yeah. I do remember DB Cooper.
So we talked about
That was
Sasquatch,
30
right?
episodes ago.
That was 30
That's
episodes
crazy.
ago. Yeah.
That's wild. So yeah, we talked about DB, right?
Yep.
Landing in like Washington or something
Yep.
with the Sasquatches.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're going to cover Sasquatches today.
Let's go. All right. Perfect. Bigfoot.
Bigfoot, yes. Bigfoot, also commonly referred to as Sasquatch, is a large and hairy human-like mythical creature reported to inhabit forests in North America, particularly in the Pacific Southwest. Enthusiasts of the subject have offered various forms of dubious evidence to prove Bigfoot's existence, including claims of sightings, as well as alleged photographs, video and audio recordings, hair samples, and casts of large footprints. Most of this evidence has since been identified as hoaxes or misidentification. The majority of scientists do not find any of the remaining evidence compelling and instead generally consider it to be the result of a combination of folklore, misidentification, and hoax rather than a living animal. Folklorists trace the phenomena of Bigfoot to a combination of factors and sources, including indigenous cultures, the European wild man figure, and folk tales. Tales of wild, hair-covered humanoids exist throughout the world, such as the skunk ape, the almas, Yeren, the Yeti in Asia, the Australian Yowie, and creatures in the mythologies of indigenous people. Bigfoot is an enduring element of pop culture and an icon within the pseudoscience and subculture of cryptozoology. So he's a big fucking deal.
Yeah. Very popular, I'd say. So I guess I didn't realize Yeti was from Asia.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Was that the Himalayas, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Duh, that is over there. I thought the Himalayas were in America, I guess, for a second.
No, those were the Rockies.
Somewhere in my brain, I didn't connect those two dots, man. What in the shit? Yeah, because I thought Yeti was just winter Bigfoot, you know?
Winter Bigfoot?
Essentially.
He just came out everywhere during winter time?
Like the Colorado Rockies Bigfoot.
Oh, okay.
Was, you know?
See, growing up, when someone said Yeti, I always think like North and South Pole.
Sure, right. Okay.
And there was just one dude in the whole entire continent that I could never find.
One on each end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The brothers.
Yeah.
They just never meet.
They're just separated by, large masses of
God
water.
planted them there.
Yeah.
They started when it was Pangea, and then shit hit the fan.
Then they shifted.
Yeah. That would be something.
Be a lonely
There's
existence, man.
A lot of different names I didn't even realize.
Yeah, there's
I
more.
only know of like 3. Bigfoot, Yeti, and, Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them you've heard about, you just didn't know that they're associated with him.
Associated, right. Okay.
Because I heard about them too, when I was doing the research and stuff, and I was looking at the names. I was like, oh, that's familiar.
Right.
Bigfoot is often described as a large, muscular, and bipedal ape or human-like creature covered in black, dark brown, or dark reddish hair. Most descriptions estimate a height of roughly 6 to 9 feet, with some descriptions having the creature standing as tall as 10 to 15 feet. Some alleged observations describe Bigfoot as more human than ape, particularly in regards to the face. In 1971, multiple people in the Dalles, Oregon, filed a police report describing an overgrown ape, and one of the men claimed to have sighted the creature in the scope of his rifle, but could not bring himself to shoot it because it, and I quote, it looked more human than animal. Common descriptions include broad shoulders, no visible neck, and long arms, which many skeptics attribute to misidentification of a bear standing upright, which would make sense.
Right. I've heard that theory a lot, yeah.
Because it's just, big head,
Right.
then body.
Right. No neck. That's always a funny picture to image.
Just
No all
neck.
shoulders and no neck. Just a little head plopped on big shoulders.
Just really long arms. He's just like
Right.
hanging out there.
Yeah, just
Some alleged nighttime sightings have stated the creature's eyes glowed yellow or red. However, eye shine is not present in humans or any other known great apes, and so proposed...
looking like a fancy capital T.
Straight up roasting this dude.
Oh, shit.
However, eye shine is not present in humans or any other known great apes, And so proposed explanations for observable eye shine off of the ground in the forest includes owls, raccoons, or possums perched in foliage.
Yeah, the woods at night really can play some tricks on you, especially with flashlights.
Oh,
The shadows,
dude, yeah.
That's the tricky thing, because they're always looking for them at night, too, right?
Yeah.
It's always Bigfoot at night, never Bigfoot during the day.
Remember when we were in Colorado and we were sitting on that bench just looking out at the mountainscape, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden we saw this huge fucking shadow in
Mass,
front of us?
Yeah,
We're like, what the hell is that?
yeah. And then we just kept looking at the sky and
Just kept
kept
looking at the
rolling.
sky.
Yeah. I'm hoping it was an elk.
It was big.
It was huge.
So I don't think it was bear, because it was
Too fast.
right. That thing took off.
I mean, bears are fast for sure. Maybe, but man, it was big and fast.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
It looked too tall to be a bear, almost. You know?
Yeah, it was very, very tall.
Yeah.
It looked just like a body just kind of floating.
Just a large mass. Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck, I forgot about that, man. Why'd you have to remind me?
You're welcome.
Totally forgot about that, huh? Cool. Thanks.
No problem. Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
We're in Bigfoot country then too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure were.
Northwest.
Sure were. We were in prime Bigfoot country.
Yeah.
Well, as far as Colorado goes.
I was thinking Colorado, Washington, Utah, Wyoming, those places.
Yep.
Idaho, maybe.
Thought that was just potatoes, but yeah.
Potatoes and woods.
Potatoes, woods, and Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yep.
Washington mainly.
Washington's my first thought.
The owner of the Bigfoot Discovery Museum claims to have smelled Bigfoot, stating, and I quote, "Imagine a skunk that had rolled around in dead animals and had hung around the garbage pits."
That's what they always say too, is they stink real bad. They smell like just shit. Just reek. Why would that be? It's just their oil?
Could be.
Like
Protects
that's their
them.
defensive secretion?
Maybe it's kind of like a camouflage.
Maybe. Speaking of camouflage, have you ever heard Bigfoot can go invisible? That's why we can't find them.
This isn't a fucking video game.
I
This is
know,
real
but
life.
it's like some predator skin shit.
What?
There's some theories out there that
What?
I've heard, yeah.
No,
They can shimmer invisible.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, people just reaching now.
Yeah. Well, they're saying because what is it? Because they live on a different realm essentially, right?
Oh.
Right. So they believe in multi-realm, multiversal type existence, okay?
Okay.
And they essentially think that Bigfoot can go between the two at will, essentially.
Oh.
Yeah, and theirs is right next to ours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what a lot of the prior mythological beasts and things were.
Motherfucker just creeping around the woods in the Harry Potter's cloak, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, the invisibility cloak. That's right. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I've seen that on the deep web, man.
Oh, God. The enormous footprints for which the creature is named are claimed to be as large as 24 inches long and 8 inches wide. Some footprint casts have also contained claw marks, making it likely that they came from known animals such as bears.
That is a damn big foot. I wear size 15s, which is 15 inches.
I was size 10 and a half, so that's doubled me.
That's 9 inches on my foot. And I've got hard shoes to find over here. I tell you what, it's
Yeah.
size 15. Yeah, that's impressive. That's bigger than Shaq.
That's
Shaq's
insane.
like a 22 or something.
Didn't
Which
Shaq
still, I feel like 24 is actually small when you put it in that perspective.
Yeah, no shit. Didn't Shaq have to have custom, shoes made for him?
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, he's size 22.
God damn. Maybe it's just Shaq creeping around in a suit.
Shaq's daddy.
Yeah.
Grandpappy.
Shaq in his invisible cloak.
Right.
So a little history on the Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the indigenous cultures across the North American continent include tales of mysterious hair-covered creatures living in forests, and according to anthropologists, these legends existed long before contemporary reports of the creature described as Bigfoot. These stories differed in their details regionally and between families in the same community, and are particularly prevalent in the Pacific Northwest, like we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
On the Tool River Indian Reserve, petroglyphs created by a tribe of Yokuts at a site called Painted Rock are alleged by some to depict a group of Bigfoot family called the Family.
Oh.
The local tribesmen call the largest of the glyphs hairy men, and they are estimated to be between 500 and 1,000 years old. 16th century Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers told tales of the, quote, Dark Watchers, large creatures alleged to stalk their camps at night. In the region that is now Mississippi, a Jesuit priest was living with the Natchez in 1721 and reported stories of hairy creatures in the forest known to scream loudly and steal livestock.
Oh.
Some ecologists argue that most cultures have accounts of human-like giants in their folk history, expressing a need for some larger-than-life creature. Each language had its name for the creature featured in the local version of such legends. Many names mean something along the lines of wild man or hairy man, although other names describe common actions that it was said to perform, such as eating clams or shaking trees.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard Bigfoots can just rip trees out of the root, like straight out the roots. Pick them up out the ground.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
He's super strong.
Yeah.
So let's okay, superpowers. We got to write them down.
Yeah, right.
He can turn invisible.
Yes, sir.
He can
Jump
walk
between realms
through the multiverse.
Yep. Portal hopping.
Like he can portal hop.
Yep.
Super strong.
Super strong.
Super strong. Okay, that's what we got so far.
Yeah.
Strong, invisible, and portal
hopping. Yeah. Plus, he can stay super warm because of his fur.
That's true. That's true.
Cold protection. Insulation power.
Wouldn't that just make him from Wisconsin?
Maybe. Oh, this cold weather's kicking my ass anymore. I don't like it.
Bring it on.
I liked it about a week ago. These temperatures are a little too brisk.
These aren't too bad, especially if you know.
If it's not windy.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
If it's not windy, it's fine.
When it's windy, it sucks.
Oh,
yeah.
Rough.
And I like a little breeze. That's where the problem comes in. So I like it a little warmer with a slight breeze.
Colorado was the perfect
weather. At that time, yeah, it was beautiful. Right now, it might be a little bit colder.
Just a titch.
Might be a little bit whiter.
Just a titch.
Yeah.
Well, it was already snowing in like early September or some shit like that.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe.
Well, they would get it first because they're much higher in the air.
Yeah. That's probably. I think that's where this snow came from. Was west.
Just blew down.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We're right around the area.
Mm-hmm. All them currents coming off the coast.
That too.
To the mountains to us.
Goddamn mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Members of the Lumi tell tales about creatures known as Semekwes. The stories are similar to each other in general description, but details differed among various family accounts concerning the creature's diet and activities. Some regional versions tell us of more threatening creatures, Quiquii, who were a nocturnal race, and children were warned against them, saying the names so that the monsters would not come and carry them off to be killed. The Iroquois tell of an aggressive, hair-covered giant with rock-hard skin known as the Stone Giant, more commonly referred to as the Ginasqua. In 1847, Paul Kane reported stories by the natives about Skookums, a race of cannibalistic wild men,
Goodness.
living on the peak of Mount St. Helens. U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt, in his 1893 book, The Wilderness Hunter, writes of a story he was told by an elderly mountain man in which a foul-smelling bipedal creature ransacked his beaver trapping camp, stalked him, and later became hostile when it fatally broke its companion's neck.
Oh, broke its or his companion's neck?
His companion's neck.
I was going to say, I thought he just turned on his homie and snapped its neck
No.
in a show of strength. Like, I'll kill my own! I'll kill my own!
Trying to scare it away.
Yeah.
Roosevelt notes that the man appeared fearful while telling the story, but attributed the trapper's German ancestry to have potentially influenced him. Less menacing versions have been recorded, such as the one by a Protestant missionary who recorded stories of giants among the natives living near Spokane, Washington. These giants were said to live on and around the peaks of the nearby mountains, stealing salmon from the fishermen's nets.
Man, lots of them all over the place.
All over the place.
Teddy Roosevelt, also one of the coolest presidents ever.
Oh, yeah.
All expeditions that guy went on, the
That
crazy
dude-
shit he did.
That dude was a man.
Yeah, very cool.
Like, good for him.
Yeah. Did a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, he sure did.
But yeah, so all these big stinky bipedals all over the place doing different nefarious acts.
Some of them.
A lot sounds like a lot too.
A lot do.
Yeah.
Usually they're just stealing shit.
Stinky on the inside and the outside.
Right.
Huh.
No wonder the famous robbery D.B. Cooper wanted to go hang out with him.
Yeah. Birds of a feather, man.
Absolutely. Heinous Richard better not meet up with him.
Heinous Richard running in the crowd. Yeah. That's probably how Heinous Richard was born. D.B. Cooper fucked a Sasquatch.
He's the ringleader now. He's a half-breed.
Yeah, he's the next generation. I guess it'd be about his time to reign. DB's probably kicking the bucket if he hasn't already.
Oh, yeah. I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Taking the reins, controlling the crowd, leading.
Sending his little squatchies out all over to do the deeds.
Yeah, maybe that's where they found all the camps. He's the one that's like, look, this is how humans think. This is what we need to do.
Mm-hmm. Easy profits.
Exactly.
We got the size, the speed, the invisibility, the portals.
He thought this one through.
Yep. DB planned it all out.
He was the
heinous. HR is just carrying out the project.
There's like a statue of D.B. Cooper in like their little town
cave somewhere.
Just like, thank you for giving us this.
Daddy DB.
We'll go over some different names that the creature has.
Okay.
Many regions have differentiating names for the creature. In Canada, the name Sasquatch is widely used, although often interchangeably with the name Bigfoot. The United States uses both of these names, but also has numerous names and descriptions of the creatures depending on the region and area in which they are allegedly sighted.
Oh.
There's a bunch of them.
I didn't even realize it was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
These include the skunk ape in Florida and other southern states.
Mm-hmm. I have heard of that.
The grass man in Ohio.
That's new.
I didn't know that one.
That's new.
No clue. The Fook monster in Arkansas.
What?
They get better.
Yeah, okay.
The wood booger in Virginia.
The wood booger. Who the fuck who's coming up with these names?
The monster of Whitehall in Whitehall, New York.
That one I feel like I've heard. I feel like I've heard that one.
Probably. Momo in Missouri.
Okay, I've heard of Momo.
The Honey Island swamp monster in Louisiana.
That's sick. That's a sick name. That's a comic book worthy episode.
The Dewey Lake monster in Michigan.
Okay. A lake monster.
Yep.
Whoa, and a swamp monster.
Yep.
Okay, I can kind of work with swamp. Lake monster and Bigfoot. I don't know how that works.
And a wood booger.
And a wood booger. And a piss missile.
The Magellan monster in Arizona.
Oh.
The big.
That sounds like a lizard.
Kinda, yeah. Like a really big, long serpent-like thing.
Yeah, like a
iguanas.
Like a big iguana, yeah. Like a dinosaur.
Like a Komodo
iguana.
Dragon?
Yeah, Komodo dragon. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. Them things are terrifying.
Oh, yeah. The big muddy monster in southern Illinois.
That I could get with. That makes sense. Okay.
And the old men of the mountain in West Virginia.
That one I get. The big muddy monster. Like, come on, Illinois. You could be more fucking original than that. That's pretty lame.
They tried.
Sheriff, I seen the big muddy monster.
Which way did he go?
And at least some other guys like, hey, I seen a fucking wood bugger.
Yeah.
Sheriff, let's go get that wood bugger and get him out. Like a bad bugger, you gotta pick him out.
The term wood ape is also used by some as a means to deviate from the perceived mythical connotations surrounding the name Bigfoot. Other names include Bushman, Tree Man, and Wild Man.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I do like the wood booger the best.
That's awesome, yeah. That and the Fook you or whatever. What, the Fook?
The Fook monster.
The Fook monster.
In Arkansas.
Fook me and Fook you, huh? Yeah, those are funny. The wood booger. Where was that?
Virginia.
And then West Virginia, like, yeah, the old mountain men.
Yeah.
Two totally No wonder they split the fuck up, dude. It makes perfect sense now.
I like the old men of the mountain. That
That's
sounds
cool.
awesome.
That's fucking cool, yeah.
Don't
for
go
sure.
talk to the old men of the
Yeah.
mountain. They'll fuck you up.
Yeah, that's because West Virginia is where you don't. Yeah, they'll fuck you up there in the mountains.
Mhm.
Yeah. Virginia, though, they'll just call you a wood booger and let you go about your business, apparently.
Like it hurts.
Yeah. Bless your heart.
Some explanations for the Bigfoot itself
Mm-hmm.
is scientists theorize that mistaken identification of American black bears as Bigfoot are a likely explanation for most reported sightings,
Walking on their back feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
particularly when observers view a subject from afar, are in dense foliage, or there are poor lighting conditions. Additionally, black bears have been observed and recorded walking upright, often as a result of injury. While upright, adult black bears stand roughly 5 to 7 feet, and grizzly bears roughly 8 to 9 feet, both within the range of Bigfoot reports.
Yeah. That makes sense, right? I
Yeah.
think black bears are the species of bears that walks on their 2 feet more often, if I remember correctly. Like more often than other bears, you'll see a black bear do it.
I've seen videos of just like a black bear just stand up and start fucking walking like a human.
Yeah, it's freaky looking.
And then they'll get down and just kind of,
Mm-hmm.
Also makes sense because they don't have a neck,
Right.
which is all head and shoulders.
Kinda. They got some neck.
It's a little neck. But like if you're standing,
I mean, it all kind of conjoins, but if you look at a bear, they got a neck.
why? If you're looking at it from the angle and poor lighting conditions,
Yeah,
it
for
doesn't
sure.
have
Walking
a neck.
and
Right.
looking over at the model walk, looking over your shoulder, you know, for sure. But
Just posing.
I mean, especially if you're out in the woods at night, yeah, you're seeing some shit.
Oh, for sure.
It's not hard to happen out there. Yeah, that is definitely one of the big theories, though.
According to data scientists, more people report seeing Bigfoot in areas with documented black bear populations. They acknowledge that alleged Bigfoot sightings have been reported in areas with minimal or no known black bear populations. They state, although this may be interpreted as evidence for the existence of an unknown hominid in North America, it is also explained by misidentification of other animals, including humans, among other possibilities.
So we got some species out here that we haven't found yet
Oh, yeah.
in America.
We've been finding a
Maybe.
whole bunch of shit
Lately, yeah. Mhm.
recently, yeah.
Been finding a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Weird cave systems.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Lots of weird shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I suppose. That's a possibility.
It's always a possibility.
In multiple town zones, like, oh, we got all these different new species.
Well, if they have evolved in such a way to, wear Harry Potter's cloak, then yeah, that makes sense.
Portal hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They got spawn points set up everywhere.
Sure.
That's bullshit.
I'd love to spawn camp.
Yeah, just
See what comes out. I
exactly.
don't want to shoot it.
No.
I just want to pop a lawn chair and 6-pack.
There was some lady that I saw in an interview. This probably isn't true, but she works with the Bigfoot.
Mm.
Just an old woman on the middle of
Mhm,
nowhere.
mhm.
She's like, oh yeah, we go down to the creek, we fish
Sure,
together,
Sure.
and they don't, they don't bother me.
Mm.
I help them, they help
They
me,
fucking
type
knit
thing.
together and read books to each other. And, sure. that she was just like, yeah, we just chill.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
She's like, every once in a while, I'll bake him like a pie and I'll give it to him.
Jerk them off here and there.
Yeah,
You
man.
know, we'll just pass the pie and have a day.
Maybe they're trying to harvest something. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I don't know where it was. I
Probably
just
some crazy old cat lady.
probably. It's probably a bear.
No, because then she wouldn't leave her cats.
Yeah, she would just to go outside.
Just to go fuck around with Bigfoot and his family.
Yeah, hang
Okay.
out with him,
Sure.
learn about him.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be neat.
I'd do it. I wouldn't jerk them off, but I'd do it.
Thank God.
If you're enjoying this topic and would like to talk more about it,
You can find us at Edible Attitude or at Edible Attitude Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Some have proposed that sightings of Bigfoot may simply be people observing and misidentifying known apes such as chimpanzees, gorillas, and orangutans that have escaped from captivity such as zoos, circuses, and exotic pets belong to private owners. This explanation is often proposed in relation to the skunk ape. As some scientists argue, the humid subtropical climate of the southeastern United States could potentially support a population of escaped apes.
yeah, I've heard that.
Humans have been mistaken for Bigfoot, with some incidents leading to injuries. In 2013, a 21-year-old man in Oklahoma was arrested after he told law enforcement he accidentally shot his friend in the back while their group was allegedly hunting for Bigfoot. In 2017, a shamanist wearing clothing made of animal furs was vacationing in a North Carolina forest when local reports of alleged Bigfoot sightings flooded in. The Greenville Police Department issued a public notice not to shoot Bigfoot for fear of mistakenly injuring or killing someone in a fursuit.
Mm-hmm.
In 2018, a person was shot at multiple times by a hunter near Helena, Montana, who claimed he mistook him for Bigfoot.
What a dumbass.
Don't be fucking around in the woods in a fursuit.
No, it's so dumb. Such a terrible idea. Some witch lady, some shaman lady pulling in the Bigfoot, though. That'd be exciting. That'd be a fun family trip to end up on.
That'd be one for the storybooks for sure.
Right, and this guy's like, oh, I fucking shot my friend in the back.
Yeah.
Told him we are going Bigfoot hunting so I could fucking kill him. That's what it sounds like.
Steal his money.
Yeah, something. Just had a vendetta against him for some reason.
Could have been.
Whoops. Thought he was Bigfoot.
Additionally, some have attributed feral humans or hermits living in the wilderness as being another explanation for alleged Bigfoot sightings. One story, The Wild Man of the Navidad, tells of a wild ape man who roamed the wilderness of eastern Texas in the mid-19th century, stealing food and goods from residents. A search party allegedly captured an escaped African slave attributed to the story. During the 1980s, several psychologically damaged American Vietnam veterans were stated by the state of Washington's Veteran Affairs Director to have been living in the remote wooded areas of the state.
That's great and all, but how do we get reports of them being like 12 foot tall?
Well, from a distance. Size is different.
Sure. Perspective.
Right.
Okay.
I
feel
can
like
see that.
to be that big, you would expect there to be mass, though. You know?
Yeah, but if Bigfoot's fucking running around all day, he can be lean.
Covered in fur, though, he's still going to look pretty thick.
And it's true. How thick is the fur?
Fuck if I know. I've never seen one.
I never talked to one, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. These thoughts coming through my head, man. Trying to add it up.
No, these are good thoughts. Keep her coming.
Keep her coming.
Some have proposed that pareidolia may explain Bigfoot sightings, specifically the tendency to observe human-like faces and figures within the natural environment. Photos and videos of poor quality alleged to depict Bigfoots are often attributed to this phenomenon and commonly referred to as blob squatch.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen videos of people like, yo, check out this Bigfoot video. And there's like trees.
Yeah. And lots of shaking.
Yeah. Just trees in the wind. You're like, don't you see it? How can you not see it?
It's right there, and then they draw a circle, and it's literally just
fucking
nothing. Just nothing.
Just trees in the wind. Dude.
Yep. Just doing it for clout.
Yeah. Or they're fucking crazy.
Could be.
Yeah, they could just be schizophrenic.
Or they're just
something.
living life on something and tweaking out.
Maybe.
It's possible.
High on life.
You never know.
Yeah.
The majority of mainstream scientists maintain that the source of the sounds often attributed to Bigfoot are either hoaxes, anthropomorphization, or likely misidentified and produced by known animals such as owl, wolf, coyote, and fox. Foxes make a lot of different sounds.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Right. There's a lot of weird sounds in the woods.
Yeah, that too. You just never know.
If you hear something weird, just try to ignore it and stay away.
Just go the opposite way.
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
Don't be no horror film hero.
Although, don't they say in with skin crawlers, you're not supposed to run away from the sound because you're actually going towards them?
Oh yeah, because they can throw their voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tree.
Yeah.
Get up a tree.
Yeah. Flamethrower.
Flamethrower. Carry with you always. Bigfoot proponents believe that Bigfoot could be a relic population of the extinct Southeast Asian ape species Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, this one I've heard of a lot too. Have you seen that thing?
Yeah, it's huge.
It's like an orangutan on roids.
Yeah, it looks like Bigfoot should look like.
Kinda, yeah. Kinda.
Like what I would imagine if someone said Bigfoot.
Almost.
That's what would come to my mind.
Almost. I guess just because I have the standard Hollywood depiction of it in my head, it's hard to put a monkey or ape face on it.
I suppose.
Needs more human, little more human-esque.
Right.
To it.
Right.
Pretty close though.
Gigantopithecus may have followed the many other species of animals that migrated across the Bering Land Bridge to the Americas. To date, no Gigantopithecus fossils have been found in the Americas. In Asia, the only recovered fossils have been of mandibles and teeth. Gigantopithecus could have been bipedal based on his extrapolation from the shape of its mandible. However, the relevant part of the mandible is not present in any fossils. The consensus view is that Gigantopithecus was quadrupedal, as its enormous mass would have made it difficult for it to adapt to a bipedal gait.
That makes sense. I believe, if I remember correctly, the first Gigantopithecus teeth or jaws found was some scientist or some traveler, some knowledgeable person or rich dude, some fucking asshole, I don't know. And he was in some fucking trinket shop, right? And he found these teeth or he was a monkey expert or something. He was some scientist like that, some with animals. And he's seeing this jawbone and these teeth, and he's like, "What the fuck is this? Is nothing we know of. These are huge. What the fuck is this? I've never seen anything like this." And he took it back. He bought it and tested it and found it was a species that we'd never had. And then they ended up finding more. And
in a trinket shop.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What kind of shit?
Yeah.
They
it was just on a shelf somewhere.
Huh.
And they found it and then kept they tested it and kept looking for it and found some more. But yeah, it's all they can find is teeth and stuff. Jaws.
You think they're that old to be, their teeth be decomposed and everything?
I don't know. Why is that all that's left? Could they just fucking bite through titanium or what?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Are they ripping the trees out of the ground with their face?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's
super interesting.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Moving on to some sightings that we've seen. Not we, personally.
I ain't seen shit.
We as a whole.
I've seen some shit, but I ain't seen shit.
Not that shit. According to Live Science, there have been over 10,000 reported Bigfoot sightings in the continental U.S., with reports from every state except the island of Hawaii. About 1/3 of all claims of Bigfoot sightings are located in the Pacific Northwest, with the remaining reports spread throughout the rest of North America. Most reports are considered mistakes or hoaxes, even by those researchers who claim Bigfoot exists.
Most people say it's a hoax.
A lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
Sightings predominantly occur in the northwestern region of Washington State, Oregon, Northern California, and British Columbia. According to data collected from the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization's Bigfoot Sightings database in 2019, Washington has over 2,000 reported sightings, California has over 1,600, Pennsylvania has over 1,300,
Wow.
New York and Oregon have over 1,000, and Texas has just over 800.
Okay.
The debate over the legitimacy of Bigfoot sightings reached its peak in the 1970s, and Bigfoot has been regarded as the first widely popularized example of pseudoscience in American culture.
Oh, and everyone was on acid.
Yes.
That's great.
Everybody was tripping balls, and they're like, we're seeing shit.
Yeah, especially all the hippies up there, dude. Fuck. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think it was government-planted pseudoscience?
Well, the original video was just a dude in a suit.
Right.
Like you can tell.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, huh. Every state other than Hawaii. Oh, that tropical island we stole fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a big surprise, dude. He didn't swim to fucking Hawaii. There'd be some shit. Just he fucking hops on a boat and you see him just strutting on the beach at night.
In like a pair of like swimming shorts with Speedo.
Right. He's just got some trucks or Speedo.
Yeah. You ever seen those messing with Sasquatch commercials?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like that. One of them was like that.
Oh,
they're on a beach and like one dude's in a Speedo or something. I miss those commercials. Those are good commercials.
The best. They might still make them. They probably do. I just don't watch enough TV to know.
I know they got Sasquatch soap.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff's really good, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Squatch. I think it's just called Squatch.
Yeah, Squatch soap.
Some evidence we're going to go over. A body print taken in the year 2000 from the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest in Washington State, dubbed the Skookum Cast, and it is also believed by some to have been made by a Bigfoot that sat down in the mud to eat fruit left out by researchers during the filming of an episode of the Animal X television show. Skeptics believe that the cast to have been made by a known animal such as an elk.
Okay, that was an elk.
Alleged Bigfoot footprints are often suggested by Bigfoot enthusiasts as evidence for the creature's existence. An anthropologist who specializes in the study of primate bipedalism possesses over 300 footprint casts that he maintains could not be made by wood carvings or human feet based on their anatomy, but instead are evidence of a large, non-human primate present today in North America. In 2005, Matt Crowley obtained a copy of an alleged Bigfoot footprint cast called the Onion Mountain Cast and was able to painstakingly recreate the dermal ridges. Michael Dennett of the Skeptical Inquirer spoke to police investigator and primate fingerprint expert Jimmy. He's an expert.
From our expert, Jimmy. Oh, fuck. I wasn't ready for that one.
In 2006.
Hold on, dude. Oh, shit.
In 2006, for comment on the replica, and he stated, quote, Matt has shown artifacts can be created, at least under laboratory conditions, and field researchers need to take precautions. Jimmy had previously stated that some of the alleged Bigfoot footprint plaster casts he examined were genuine due to the presence of unique dermal ridges.
Okay. Cast master and
cast master.
Foot expert, huh? And he said it was valid? Or he said this
it
guy
was
makes
genuine.
up bullshit? Oh, it was genuine.
So it was valid, yeah.
Interesting. I've seen hardly shit of this earth.
Same.
To put it in perspective, I mean, I've been places, but I ain't been that many places.
No, it's huge.
Yeah.
Earth is big.
Yeah.
A lot of weird shit.
A lot of weird shit.
So it's not unheard of.
No. There's stories for a reason, usually.
Right. And if D.B. Cooper could find them.
Right. If he can make Hannus Richard with them.
In 2007, the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization claimed to have photographs depicting a juvenile Bigfoot allegedly captured on a camera trap in the Allegheny National Forest. The Pennsylvania Game Commissioner, however, stated that the photos were of a bear with mange.
Oh. I thought they just got this teenager Bigfoot smoking a Winston or something.
Just leaning up against a tree.
It's being cool.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yeah.
Bears are fucking stupid. They don't understand me.
DB can eat my ass.
He doesn't tell me what to do anymore. He's gone.
My stepdad, anyway.
The Pennsylvania Game Commission unsuccessfully attempted to locate the suspected mangy bear. A scientist estimated that the subject in the photo had approximately 22-inch long arms and an 18.75-inch torso, concluding it was more comparable to a chimpanzee. In 2015, a Centralia College professor claimed to have discovered prey bones with human-like bite impressions on the south side of Mount St. Helens. He claimed the bites were over 2 times wider than a normal human bite, and that he and 2 of his students also found 16-inch footprints in the area.
Damn, big feet.
Big mouth.
That too. Twice as wide with above average foot size?
Yeah.
That's kind of disproportionate. You know, a big old dome piece on that creature.
Must have been a teenager again.
Gotta have a neck to hold that fucking jawbone up.
No shit. He's just holding it up with his hands.
I guess if shoulders are holding it up.
On to the hoaxes.
Ooh, let's go.
There's a couple of them. Handful of them, actually. Starting in 1968.
Perfect.
The frozen corpse of a supposed hair-covered hominid measuring 5 feet, 11 inches, was paraded around the United States as part of a traveling exhibition. Many stories surfaced as to its origin, such as it having been killed by hunters in Minnesota or killed by American soldiers near Da Nang during the Vietnam War. It was attributed by some to be proof of Bigfoot-like creatures. A primatologist studied the subject and concluded it was a hoax made of latex. Others disputed this, claiming he did not study the original subject. As of 2013, the subject, dubbed the Minnesota Iceman, was on display at the Museum of the Weird in Austin, Texas. I've heard about that.
I I feel like I've seen a video about this where the guy claimed he had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like showing the head and like
Yep.
it was all frozen and frosted and shit.
Yep.
And I looked at the comments and everyone's like, debunk, this is
Yep,
bullshit,
yep,
latex, bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. It looked pretty convincing though. On camera anyway. And well, up close and personal, but
That's what the latex masks do.
those look super convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
insane.
it would only make sense that...
But back in the 60s they were making them like that?
Well...
I don't know. I didn't know latex was that big a thing back then.
Might have been rare.
Because I remember latex masks when we were growing up. Kinda, right? Like those rubber masks even.
Yeah,
They've
were...
gotten so much better than when we
well,
were kids.
way better.
Right.
Way better.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
Like
how...
they formed your face and everything.
Right. That's where we're at now. So how in the 60s were they making it look that good?
CGI.
That's bullshit.
I don't know.
Sure.
The longtime Bigfoot enthusiast and CEO of Searching for Bigfoot Incorporated appeared on the Coast to Coast AM Paranormal radio show on July 14th, 2005, and said that he was 98% sure that his group will be able to capture a Bigfoot which they had been tracking in the Happy Camp, California area. A month later, he announced on the same radio show that he had access to a captured Bigfoot and was arranging a pay-per-view event for people to see it.
Fun.
He appeared on Coast to Coast AM again a few days later to announce that there was no captive Bigfoot. He blamed an unnamed woman for misleading him and said that the show's audience was gullible. So he just got mad and then ripped at the show's audience like a dickhead.
What a douche.
What a douche.
They were brave enough to give that man the radio time.
Yeah, good for them, I
Yeah.
guess.
They took the risk and they ate the bullet.
Sure did.
Yep.
No risk, no reward, man.
Yeah.
On July 9th, 2008, Rick Dyer and Matthew Whitten posted a video on YouTube claiming that they had discovered the body of a dead Bigfoot in a forest in northern Georgia, which they named Rick Matt because of their names.
Yeah, cool.
Rick and Matthew received $50,000 from Searching for Bigfoot Incorporated, the same guy who was on the radio station.
Jesus.
And the story was covered by major news networks, including BBC, CNN, ABC News, and Fox News. Soon after a press conference, the alleged Bigfoot body was delivered in a block of ice in a freezer with the Searching for Bigfoot team. When the contents were thawed, observers found that the hair was not real, the head was hollow, and the feet were rubber.
Paid these kids $50K for some rubber.
Rick and Matt admitted that it was a hoax after being confronted by the executive director of SasquatchDetective.com.
That's wild. God, he sounds like he got it back, dude.
Here's 25 for each of you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the body.
Right, appreciate it. Work here's done, boys. And they're like, hey, wait a minute. What's this shit?
This ain't no worth no 50,000.
And all the money it took to fucking freeze it and transport it.
Yeah. In August of 2012, a man in Montana was killed by a car while perpetrating a Bigfoot hoax using a ghillie suit.
Nice.
So,
Fun.
that was his fault.
Sounds doable.
So we just talked about Rick and Matt, right?
Yeah.
So on January 14th, 6 years after the first hoax,
Nice.
the same Rick, just Rick, not
Yeah.
Matt, said that he had killed a Bigfoot on September 2012 outside of Antonio, Texas.
Oh, Rick.
2 years earlier. Coincidence,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
He claimed to have had scientific tests conducted on the body from, quote, DNA test to 3D optical scans to body scans.
Wow.
It's the real deal.
Hell yeah.
It's Bigfoot.
Sure.
And Bigfoot's here. And I shot it. And now I'm proving it to the world 2 years later.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he had kept the body in a hidden location and he intended to take it on a tour across North America in 2014. He released photos of the body and a video showing a few individuals' reactions to seeing it, but never released any of the tests or scans. He refused to disclose the test results or to provide biological samples. He said that the DNA results were done by an undisclosed lab and could not be matched to identify any known animal. No shit.
Oh, funny how that works.
Funny how that works.
Must have been Rick's lab.
Ha! Rick said that he would reveal the body and tests on February 9th, 2014, at a news conference at Washington University, but he never made the test results available. After the tour, the Bigfoot body was taken to Texas again, and on March 28th, 2014, Rick admitted on his Facebook page that his Bigfoot corpse was another hoax.
Dang.
He had paid Chris Russell of Twisted Toy Box to manufacture the prop from latex, foam, and camel hair, which he nicknamed Hank.
Mm-hmm.
Rick earned approximately, this time, $60,000 from the tour of the second fake Bigfoot corpse. He stated that he did kill a Bigfoot, but did not take the real body on tour for fear that it would be stolen.
Sure. Of course.
Says the man who did it twice.
Right. Appreciate it, Rick. Hey, give it to him, though. Real con artist pulled it off. People let him get away with it, huh?
It's their own damn fault. He did it twice.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the first time you probably would have been like, well, what the fuck, man? Why would you do that?
The second time, get the fuck out of here.
No shit. I wouldn't believe a goddamn word he
I
said.
ain't paying you shit, Rick. You gotta let me see this one for free.
In April of 2022, a man in Mobile, Alabama, posted photos he claimed were of a Bigfoot to his Facebook page, indicating the Mobile County Sheriff's Office validated their authenticity and the team from Finding Bigfoot was being dispatched.
Yeah.
The photos circulated on social media, attracting the attention of NBC 15, and the man admitted that the photos were an April Fool's Day hoax.
Gotcha, fools.
Just like the hodag, when people start like, hey, let's start looking at this, they're like, oh, just kidding.
Yeah. But come visit anyway.
Yeah, come look at the fake thing.
Yeah, come look at the statue. We'll celebrate it once a year. And we'll make our whole town all about it.
At least once a year.
Yeah.
Fake Bigfoot.
Look, you got restaurants, right?
Sure.
A hodag hot dog stand or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're all about that.
Mm-hmm.
On July 7, 2022, a wildlife educator and media personality released a post on Facebook in which he claimed to have discovered a large primate skull in British Columbia, indicating that he had excavated and smuggled the skull into the United States for primatologist review. He further claimed to have initially hidden the discovery due to concerns that government agencies may intervene. The post went viral, quickly garnering the attention of multiple scientists who dismissed that the skull as likely a replica of a gorilla skull. A vertebrate paleontologist stated, and I quote, "I'm told that this media personality does this sort of thing fairly often as clickbait, and that this is a stunt done to promote an upcoming video. Maybe this is meant to be taken as harmless fun, but in an age where anti-scientific feelings and conspiracy culture are a serious problem, it, again, really isn't a good look. I think this stunt has backfired."
Dang, okay. So no fake Bigfoot anymore.
Can't do it.
Gosh.
I mean, you can do it, and people still believe
You're gonna
people.
get scolded.
Yeah. And just to add a fun fact, during the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, Bigfoot became a part of many North American social distancing promotion campaigns, with the creature being referred to as the social distancing champion.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And as the subject of various internet memes related to the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a big thing.
Yeah, the champion of COVID.
He's still doing great.
Yeah.
He's still winning.
Still out there winning,
Still
dude.
winning.
Good job, DB. Really marketed his folks.
For sure.
Yeah.
That'll be it.
That's a wrap. Huh.
That's it.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Do I believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah.
I believe it's possible.
Okay.
But do I believe he's a real thing? No.
As far as like depicted in legend, like
Right.
big and strong.
What he
and
looks
fast
like,
and-
if he is a thing.
Yeah. It, I guess. Why are we genderizing it?
I'm just saying it.
Might be fluid.
That's what I'm saying. It.
Oh, I thought I heard him.
No, it.
Oh, okay.
He isn't it.
Uh-huh.
He isn't it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it. I mean, it could be out there.
Yeah.
It really could.
Maybe.
World is big. You never know.
Sure.
I mean, we've covered stuff on spontaneous combustion. We've covered
Right.
stuff on giants,
Uh-huh.
Nephilim,
All sorts of shit.
all sorts of shit.
True. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, though. I feel like we would have some sort of more hard evidence at this point.
Right, especially with everybody having a phone in their pocket.
Yeah. Drones.
Right, that too.
Yeah.
You know, something that doesn't look like it's from a CCTV camera back in the 60s.
And even just like bones or something, you know, some hard evidence.
Something.
Yeah.
I
So
mean-
big and sturdy, you'd think we'd find something.
Well, if they've been along for
around for so long too.
Right. If they've been around for so long and they were depicted 1,000 years ago,
right.
By these cave paintings.
Right. Which then maybe they were a thing too. Maybe they were like the Gigantopithecus or some of the sort.
I could see Gigantopithecus evolving into having more of like a cognitive function in their brain instead of less animal, more human.
Right. A little more like subhuman species almost.
Right.
Like a step between human and animal.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Yeah. It's not out of the ordinary.
No.
We find
evolution, man, right?
Right. We find all sorts of shit in the sea all the time, in the ocean.
I mean, they're finding new stuff all over the place. Stuff they thought was extinct, too. I think Forrest Gallant, he's like a zoologist or something. Like he just found he's found some rare species or thought to be extinct species this year. Recently, within the last couple of years.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's what he does.
I know they found a bunch of new stuff in the ocean.
Yeah.
Quite a few things in the ocean. And then they found a bunch of new bugs.
Yep, bugs. There's always new bugs, it seems like.
Wow, they're so tiny, you can't hardly find them until you're like sitting there for hours looking at shit. Right. And then you go, what the fuck is that thing?
After you check your other 1,000 bugs off the list
that
you think it could be.
What about you?
Same boat. I think it could be possible. Potential. I don't think they're invisibility cloaking, portal hopping, tree ripping monsters. If they are a thing.
No, I don't think they're a monster. I think they're an actual,
intelligent being.
Relatively.
Right.
Right.
You'd have to avoid humans for this long.
Or to be able to use a cloak of invisibility.
Sure. Yep. Portal hop.
Portal hop, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Got to have some sort
tree
of scientific.
Not so much. That's kind of just brute strength. But. Yeah. So I think it's possible, potentially. I think it also could be a lot of just humans mistaking things. I think that's probably what it is.
I think lighting has a lot to do with it.
It's lighting, shadow play on eyes.
Yeah.
For sure. And brain creativity. Our brains make what we see, essentially, right?
Yeah. Like everybody sees the world different, so everybody sees different shit.
Right. Our brain puts color where it belongs and puts everything the way it's supposed to be.
Thanks, brain.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Thanks for naming yourself.
Appreciate me.
Appreciate me.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think those factors all tied in together scientifically for me kind of just put a beat on it, I guess, I don't totally think it is what people make it out to be, but I think there's also potential in this world that I don't understand. There's things out there I don't understand or know about, so it's possible.
Same. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So, I know you and I have been talking a little bit.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about how your kid's on the way and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we've come to the conclusion that you are going to step away from this.
Yeah. Yeah, so it has been discussed. We've discussed it. I don't feel like I'm able to put in the time and energy that this podcast and you and everybody listening deserves to make this what it can be and what it should be. I got a lot on my plate.
Yeah,
kids
especially with
new kid coming any day.
Yeah, and the nights would be long.
Rough, long nights, yeah.
Right. And you're going to be getting up anyway.
Yeah.
So it would help if not being on your plate.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, and I really want to just focus my energy on my kids. I just really want to focus on being a good dad and developing my children to be wonderful human beings, and that's kind of where we ended up at.
Yep.
That just would be the best thing for me to hand my reins over and you to push on with your next adventure.
So we're going to do a little restructuring, I think. I don't know when the next revamped Edible Attitude. We're still going to keep the name, but we're just going to change a couple things. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And thank you, everybody who supported us in any fashion, whether it's, liking a Facebook page or post or listening or giving pointers of things you'd like to listen to or hear about or anything, any of the sort. Like, it's meant a lot.
It really has.
It's really, really meant a lot.
It's helped us out a ton.
Yeah, and it feels good, to have that support out there and know there's people out there rooting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we thank you guys.
Always.
We had talked before we closed. We had talked about you potentially coming on as like a guest at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that could be fun.
So you will come back, but just as a guest.
Yeah, I would love to come say hi and spit some fun on the mic. And,
yeah.
It is fun. So yeah, I think that'd be a blast. If you'll have me.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Anytime.
Awesome. I just want to say one last time, thank you guys. We love you. I love you. And thank you again.
And we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the listens, the likes. Like Cody said, the suggestions that we've had. We thank you for coming on this journey with me and us. And hopefully this next chapter in Edible Attitude will be to your liking as well. As always, I'm Tyler, and this is the Edible Attitude Podcast.